Hi everyone, my name is Courtney. I am Fiberfox Studios. Welcome to Mosaic Monday. For today's tutorial, we are going to be working on my new pattern, which is pattern number 70, Dragonfly Lane. And we are going to be working on chart 5 in that chart set. So what chart 5 is it's the individual dragonfly. It's just the singular dragonfly. And when you repeat it for multiple repeats, you end up with a stacked dragonfly. If you do purchase the chart set, you can work this tutorial for chart 5 and follow it up by working chart 6, which is the half dragonfly, and doing that together, working the repeat on this video and then joining up on the repeat on that chart for chart 6, you will get a staggered dragonfly that has a lot of negative space here in between the repeats on the rows. So that's what you'll get. Also included in that chart set is 2 versions of this one, but this size is the larger size. This is a multiple of 42, and this gives you a staggered dragonfly that they are a lot closer together. It kind of takes up all that negative space, or as much of it as possible. So you have a very busy looking dragonfly pattern. It's represented here, like I said, in the multiple of 42, but I also included a multiple of 28 with a slightly smaller dragonfly version of this in the chart set. So the chart set has a total of 4 different charts to work, either choosing a multiple of 42, a multiple of 28 in a similar design to this one, or you can work the multiple of 26, which is represented here on the sample that we're working in the video. And then of course the chart set has the full and half dragonfly so that you could do a spaced out staggered effect if you want to. For today's tutorial, we are going to be learning just chart 5. So you want to grab at least 2 colors of yarn, your favorite crochet hook, and we are going to jump in and get started. To begin, we are going to grab color A and chain in our multiple of 26 as many times as you would like. If you're going to work flat, you will add 4 more chains onto the end of that chain count. If you are going to work in the round, you are going to just chain in the multiple of 26, and then you will be slip stitching to the first chain that we make to form a ring, and then you will begin working the repeats given in this video in that same stitch that you slip stitch into. For those of us who are going to be working flat like I am today, I have chained the multiple twice, added 4 more chains onto the end of that chain count for a grand total of 56 starting chains. And again, we're in color A for this row. Row 1 is going to begin now. So after we have chained out our starting chain, we need to skip the first chain from our hook and move into the second chain and do a traditional single crochet. So that just means we're going into the complete stitch under the V, single crochet like normal, now we are going to begin our repeat for row number 1. Our repeat for row 1 is a back loop single crochet in each of our stitches except for the last stitch of the row. So to work that, all we do is pick up the back loop only, so we have 1 part of that stitch on our hook, and then we single crochet like normal from there. So we're going to work 1 back loop only single crochet in all of our stitches and meet up when we have 1 stitch left in the row so that we can work that together. We are now here at the end of row 1. We have 1 stitch left. In our last stitch of every single row, we are going to be binding off by doing a traditional single crochet. And we do that by inserting our hook into the complete stitch, going under that V, and then we single crochet like normal from there. Now you can bind off. I like to do the chain up 2, and then I will cinch that down. Then we can pull out our hook after we've clipped our yarn, And then we're just going to put our thumb and index right above those 2 chains and pull down to form that little tiny knot. So now we're going to begin row number 2, and to do that, all we need to do is return back to the start of our row. So we do not turn our work or anything, we just go back here to the very beginning. So you're going to identify the very first stitch in the row. You want to ignore this little side bump, that's our turning chain from row 1. So we just insert into the first stitch, going completely in under the V. And now we're going to add on color B, and we will begin working row 2 in color B. So to join on, all we do is put the yarn on our hook and pull up a loop. Now I like to grab the tail and working yarn and chain 1. We can allow the tail to fall out of the way, and we go back into that same exact first stitch, and we complete our single crochet just like normal. Now we're going to begin our repeat for row number 2. We are going to be working a back loop, only single crochet in all of our stitches except for that last stitch. For the rest of the tutorial, I'll just refer to these as single crochets, and you will know that when we are working our repeat stitches, we only work in the back loop when we're working a single crochet. Row 3 begins now. We are working in color A. Our repeat for row number 3 begins with 13 double crochets. This is how we'll be working all of our double crochets throughout the pattern. So we wrap our yarn around our hook just like normal. We identify the very next stitch in the row, and then we're going to slide down 2 rows below, picking up this front loop that we left by doing the back loop only single crochets. Now that we have our hook through that loop, we're going to wrap our yarn and pull up a loop, and then wrap and pull through 2, wrap and pull through 2. So a normal double crochet from there. So now we've worked one of the 13 that we need to do to begin the repeat. So we're going to work our second double crochet, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, Now we will work 1 single crochet into the very next stitch and 12 double crochets over the next 12 stitches to end our repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That ends our repeat. It's fairly simple. 13 double crochets, 1 single crochet, 12 double crochets is our repeat for row number 3. So you'll keep repeating that on down the row. We'll meet up at the end of the row to work the row in together. For those of you who are new, we're going to work this repeat together one more time. So to begin our repeat, we start over at the beginning with 13 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1 single crochet is worked here into the very next stitch. And we end the repeat with 12 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and number 12. We are now at the end of row number 3, and you will notice that you will have 2 stitches left at the end of every single row. For the second to last stitch right here, we restart our repeat for 1 stitch, and then we do our traditional single crochet in the very last stitch of the row. So for row number 3, our repeat begins with double crochet, so that's what we will be working here in the second to last stitch. So we're going to work 1 double crochet, and we traditional single crochet into the last stitch of the row, and we can bind off. Row 4 begins now, and we are working in color B. Our repeat for row number 4 begins with 13 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1 double crochet, and we end the repeat with 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you will keep repeating that exact set of stitches, 13 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 12 single crochets on down your row. And we'll be back in just a moment for row number 5. Row 5 begins now, and we are working in color A. Our repeat for row number 5 begins with 13 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1 single crochet, and we will end the repeat by working 12 double crochets. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that ends our repeat. You're going to work row 5's repeat, 13 double crochets, 1 single crochet, 12 double crochets on down your row. Meet up with me for row 6 when you're ready. Row 6 begins now. We are working in color B. Our repeat for row number 6 begins with 13 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1 double crochet, and we end the repeat with 12 single crochets. So really simple repeat on this row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that ends our repeat for row number 6. Keep working that exact set of stitches and meet up with me for row 7. Row 7 begins now, and we are working in color A. Our repeat for row number 7 begins with 13 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and number 13. One single crochet and 12 double crochets ends that repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that ends our repeat. Row 7's repeat is very simple, 13 doubles, 1 single, 12 doubles. We'll meet up in just a moment for row number 8. Row number 8 begins now. We're working in color B. Our repeat for row number 8 begins with 13 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1 double crochet, and 12 single crochets ends our repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that ends our repeat. You're going to keep working that exact set of stitches on down your row, and we'll meet up for row number 9 when you're ready. 13 singles, 1 double, 12 singles. Very simple repeat. Row number 9 begins now. We are working in color A. Our repeat for row number 9 begins with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. We continue with 9 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 9 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We end the repeat with 2 double crochets. 1 and number 2. So that ends our repeat. So let's recap it. Row number 9's repeat began with 3 double crochets, 9 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 9 single crochets, and we end the repeat with 2 double crochets. So continue to work that exact set, and we will meet up for row number 10 in just a moment. Row 10 begins now, and we are working in color B. Our repeat for row number 10 begins with 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and number 8. 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 8 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and number 8. And we'll end the repeat by working 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3. So let's recap what we've done. Row number 10's repeat began with 4 single crochets, 8 double crochets, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 8 double crochets, and we end with 3 single crochets. So keep working that exact set of stitches and meet up with me for row number 11. Row 11 begins now. We're working in color A. Our repeat for row number 11 begins with 1 double crochet, 11 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, and 11 single crochets ends the repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So let's recap it. Row number 11's repeat began with 1 double crochet, 11 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 11 single crochets ends that repeat. So you're going to continue to work that exact set of stitches and meet up with me for row number 12. Row 12 begins now. We are working in color B. Our repeat for row number 12 is very simple. We are putting a single crochet in all of our stitches all the way down the row. So that's your repeat, single crochet in each stitch. Meet up with me for row 13 when you're ready. Row 13 begins now. We are working in color A. Our repeat for row 13 is pretty simple. We're going to work 13 double crochets to begin our repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1 single crochet, and we end the repeat with 12 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and number 12. So work that exact set, and we'll meet up one final time to talk about how you can grow your project. But you're working 13 double crochets, 1 single crochet, 12 double crochets on down your row. After completing row 13, you can rewind back in the same tutorial back to row number 2, and you will repeat rows 2 through 13 as many times as you would like, ending your final repeat of the design at row 13. You can do a slip stitch row after that to give it kind of a finished edge up here. If you are working from the chart set, you will now go over to chart 6, and you would join on at row 2 on chart 6 and begin working the half dragonfly so that you would get a staggered effect. If you just repeat in this video 2 through 13 over and over, you are going to have a stacked dragonfly, not a staggered dragonfly. Hopefully that makes sense. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please leave me a comment down below. Please give a thumbs up to the video. That helps me out greatly. And until next time, bye for now.